Dear children, we can do some numericals relating capacitor. A parallelepiped capacitor, each with plate area A and separation D, is charged to a potential difference V. The battery used to charge it remains connected. A dielectric slab of thickness D and dielectric constant K is now placed between the plates. What change, if any, will take place in electric field between the plates, charge on the plates, potential difference between the plates, capacitance of the capacitor, energy stored in the plates, energy density, and justify your answer in each case. Okay, so the question is, a capacitor is charged by connecting it to a battery. Okay, then battery used to charge it remains connected. That means without disconnection, what is introduced? A dielectric slab is introduced. So in the last video, we have discussed one such question. That means that question was after disconnection if a dielectric slab is introduced. Okay, so this question is remain connected to the battery, a dielectric slab is introduced. So what happens to these physical quantities? That's a question. Okay, so this is also a very important question. So a parallelepiped capacitor, how it is charged by connecting it to a battery. So one becomes positively charged and another one is negatively charged, that we know. And here the charge B initially with air, no? So the charge B Q0, capacitance B Z0, potential difference V 0, electric field B E0, energy B U0, energy density B small u0. Right. Now second case is same capacitor without disconnection, that means being connected to the battery. It is still in connection with the battery. Okay, what is placed in between? A dielectric slab is introduced. Here a dielectric slab having the same thickness. This dielectric slab having dielectric constant K is introduced. Okay, now what happens to charge? Charge, let the charge be Q, capacitance be C, potential difference be V, electric field be E, energy be U, and energy density be small letter u. So what happens to these physical quantities? That's a question. So is the question understood? So the question is, first it is connected to the battery and second one without disconnection or being connected to the battery, if a dielectric slab is introduced, what happens to the given physical quantities? That is the question. Okay, now we can do one by one. First one, so since it is being connected to the battery, so it is again charged, positively charged, this one is negatively charged. So being connected to the battery means it is still in connection with the battery. So what remains constant there? Potential difference remains constant because it is in connection with the battery, no? So since the capacitor, after the dielectric slab is introduced, then also it is being connected with the battery. Okay, so without disconnection, if a dielectric slab is introduced, what remains constant there? Potential difference remains constant. So it is in connection with the battery. Since the battery remains connected, the potential difference remains constant. So that is the main thing. So since the battery remain connected, the potential difference remains constant. Okay. Now, so potential difference remains constant. So that is the answer. Potential difference remains constant. Potential difference no change. Now, second one we can do what happens to electric field. So this is the, I think this is the third answer. So we got the third answer correct. Potential difference no change. So initial potential difference is V0. What is the potential difference now? It is V. So V and V0 remains same. Now, if potential difference remains constant, what happens to electric field? Electric field is given by initial electric field is E0. Okay, initial electric field is E0. And the relation between electric field and potential difference is electric field E0 equal to V0 divided by D, no? Electric field and potential difference are related by E0 equal to V0 by D. With the dielectric, what happens to potential difference? Potential difference remains constant. So E equals V by D. V and V0 are same. So what happens to electric field? Electric field also remains constant because electric field depends on potential difference. So since potential difference remains constant, what happens to electric field? Electric field also remains constant. That is, electric field remains constant. Okay. Now, third one. Now, I think second one, charge. What happens to charge? So, we got electric field constant, potential difference constant. Then now what happens to charge? So, charge Q. What happens to charge? So, what is the relation between charge and electric field? So, we have electric field is given by sigma divided by epsilon 0, no? Or charge divided by sigma is Q by A, epsilon 0. That is with air. So E0 equal to Q0 divided by A epsilon 0 with air. With the dielectric, what happens to electric field? Electric field becomes Q0, the charge changes to Q divided by A epsilon 0 into which term is introduced? Dielectric constant is introduced there. Okay, so what happens to charge? That is the question. So electric field, is there any change? Electric field remains constant. Area remains constant. Epsilon 0 into K. So what happens to charge? We can write Q equals E into A epsilon 0 K. In the first case, we can write Q0 equals A epsilon 0 into E0. Okay, no? So in the first case, without introducing the dielectric, with air as the dielectric, we can write Q0 equal to A epsilon 0 into E0. A epsilon 0 into E0. With the dielectric, charge can be written as A epsilon 0 K into E. E and E0 remains same. So what happens to charge? Charge becomes how much time it increases? K times it increases. So charge increases by how much times? K times. Okay, children. Now, the fourth one. What happens to capacitance? So, capacitance is given by, what is the general formula? A epsilon 0 divided by D. With air, therefore, we can write C0 equal to A epsilon 0 by D. With the dielectric, capacitance becomes A epsilon 0 into K. Dielectric constant K divided by D. So how much it increases? Capacitance increases by how much times? Because A epsilon 0 by D is initial capacitance. So it can be written as C0 into K, no? So capacitance increases by how much times? K times. Okay. Now fourth one, what happens to energy stored in the plates? We have energy given by U equals half CV square. Any formula you can apply, half CV square or Q square divided by 2C or half QV. Any formula we can take. So here I have taken U equal to Q half CV square. With air, we can write U0 equals half Z0 into V0 square. That is with air. With the dielectric, how the formula change? U becomes half CV square. And we know that when a dielectric slab is introduced, how much capacitance varies? Capacitance increases by K times. So it is equal to half Z0K. What happens to potential difference? Remains constant. Okay, so it is initial V and V0 are same. So V0 square, or either we can use V square also. So what happens from the formula itself? It shows that how much energy varies. Initially it is half C0 V0 square. Now it becomes half C0K into V0 square. That means energy increases by how much times? Energy increases by K times. Okay, no? So it is initial value into K. So energy increases by K times. Then the fifth one is, last one is, energy density. Energy density is given by half epsilon 0 E square. Energy density. With air, we can write U0 equals half epsilon 0 into E0 square. That is with air. With dielectric, how will you write the formula? Energy density U equals half, with epsilon 0, we have to introduce the term K also, into energy. Energy is P square. But, not energy, electric field. E represents the electric field. So, U0 equal to half epsilon 0 E0 square. And with dielectric, energy density become half epsilon 0 into K into electric field E square. When a dielectric slab is introduced, is there any change in electric field? No, electric field remains constant. No, already we have discussed. So it is equal to half epsilon 0 E square into K. That means energy density becomes initial value into how much times? K times. Right. So energy density increases by how much times? K times. That is the answer. Okay, so just understand this one. Being connected, if a dielectric slab is introduced, means what remains constant? Potential difference and electric field remains constant. Okay, so being connected, if a dielectric slab having same thickness is introduced, potential difference remains constant and electric field remains constant, and all other physical quantity vary according to the formula. Okay, thank you.